Mike, check. Justin Hunt. It's all happening. Thank you to everybody rocking with the channel. Thank you to everybody subscribed to the channel, who shared the video, shared the link. It's priceless. Big thank you to everyone who's donated. If you'd like to donate, hit the Cash App. That's right up there. It's the best way to support this channel. Also, in the description is a link to the Discord. Big shout out to Lils and Javen and Ant and Fly Science for holding it down as moderators over there. Great conversations. And also, as always, 9-second applause to you all. Thank you. Now, you know what day it is. Tuesday is Chart Report. Every Tuesday we do Chart Report. 1 second applause to Chart Report. And as you guys probably imagine, as you probably could guess, the Chart Report this week is dominated by Taylor Swift. Okay, Taylor Swift has dropped her new album. It's available now. And it's been, I don't want to say critically acclaimed necessarily. It seems like there's a lot of very upset Swifties, but what this is really a testament to the audience that she has built over the course of her career. She has a lot of people who will show up and purchase her music. And I think if that's the lesson from this latest Taylor Swift project, that's one that every artist needs to take into consideration. But let's get into the Hot 100 as we always do. Number one on the Hot 100 this week, The Fate of Ophelia, Taylor Swift. 1 second applause. I'm going to skip all the 1 second applauses for all these new entrants. I always give 1 second applause to new entrants, so we'll just give her one 1 second applause for all these new entrants because she has dominated the top 10. The Fate of Ophelia, Taylor Swift coming in at number 1. Opalite coming in at number 2. Number 3, Taylor Swift, Elizabeth Taylor. Number 4, Father Figure. Number 5, Wood. Maybe that's a double entendre. Number 6, Wish List. Number 7, Actually Romantic. Number 8, The Life of a Showgirl. Number 9, Eldest Daughter. Number 10, Canceled. Number 11, Ruin the Friendship. And number 12, Honey. Okay, so Taylor Swift has the first 12 songs on the Billboard Hot 100. I'm not sure how much of a surprise this is. If you guys have heard this project, let me know what you think about it. I gave it a listen, but I'm not like a Taylor Swift fan like that. You know what I mean? I think there's some songs that I've heard that I think are pretty cool. But, you know, there's a lot of, from a commentary standpoint, there's a lot of stunted kind of growth kind of feeling I get from what she's talking about. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe I'm not deep enough into the Swifties' discography to see necessarily the growth from a conversation standpoint. But let me know what you guys think about the music. Top 12, all Taylor Swift. 1 second applause. All right, number 13th, which I guess means, of course, is going to be Golden. Huntrix, EJ, Audrey Nuna, and Ray Ami last week, number 1. Peak position number 1, 16 weeks on the chart. 1 second applause. Now, this is clearly off of K-pop Demon Hunter soundtrack. We've talked about this all summer. I'm not sure what else there is to say other than that this phenomenon is not dying down. One thing that is really interesting about Taylor Swift's dominance on the charts this week is that on the global charts, it almost looks like the same thing, except for Golden comes in at number 5. So Taylor Swift has 12 of the top 13 songs on the global charts, but the global charts, Golden is still within the top 10. Which to me is makes sense because this is also K-pop Demon Hunters. So I'm sure all of Asia is part of the reason why Golden is still in the top 10 there. 1 second applause again. 14, Ordinary, Alex Warren, love this song. 15, Daisies, Justin Bieber, last week number 5, peak position number 2, 13 weeks on the chart. 16, I Got Better, No You Didn't, Ooh Yuck Gross. 17, Lose Control, my man Teddy Swims, last week number 6, peak position number 1, 112 weeks on the chart. I imagine a lot of these songs will make it back into the top 10 as Taylor Swift's album sort of levels off a little bit when the excitement for the new drop decreases in the coming weeks. We shall see. But Teddy Swims, this is the lowest we've ever seen him since we've been doing Chart Report. And it took Taylor Swift to do so. 1 second applause to Teddy Swims. Now, I was surprised by this one. Leon Thomas said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. Ooh, love this song so much. And it's still in the top 20. Still in the top 20. Now, I think we're used to seeing about 5 K-pop Demon Hunters songs in the top 10. Obviously, this Ooh Yuck Gross song has been in the top 10. Lose Control's in the top 10. Raven Lenae has slipped. And Mutt has been outside the top 10 for the past gotta be 10 weeks, right? And so and yet it's still number 18. And I think that just speaks to the monster that this song is. Shout out to my man Leon Thomas. 1 second applause. 19, Soda Pop, Soulja Boys, Andrew Choi, Neckwave, Danny Chung, Kevin Wu, and Samuel Lee. Also from the K-pop Demon Hunters. Last week, number 7, peak position number 3, 15 weeks on the chart. 1 second applause. And number 20, rounding out the top 20, Olivia Dean, Man I Need. Last week, number 12, peak position number 12, 7 weeks on the chart. This fell again because of Taylor Swift. I think this is a very strong song, and it continues to move up the charts. Let me know what you think about Olivia Dean in the comment section. 1 second applause. Number 21, Your Idol, Soulja Boys, Andrew Choi, Neckwave, Danny Chung, Kevin Wu, and Samuel Lee. Last week, number 10, peak position number 4, 16 weeks on the chart. Also from the K-pop Demon Hunters. 22, Die With A Smile, Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. 23, Tit for Tat, Tate McRae. 24, What I Want, Il Yuck Gross featuring Tate McRae. 25, Benson Boone, Beautiful Things. 26, Love Me Not, Raven Lene. Last week, number 9, peak position number 5, 28 weeks on the chart. Okay, so this one dipped significantly. A big part of that, I think, is Taylor Swift, but also it slipped further than just 13 spots from where it was last week. We'll see what Raven Lene does next week, but this is one of the strongest songs of the year so far. Definitely one of the strongest songs of the summer. 1 second applause to Raven Lene. 27, Folded, Kehlani. Last week, 18, peak position 18, 17 weeks on the chart. This song continues to rise again. Obviously, it dropped this week. Love this song. Love everything that Kehlani is doing and everything that Kehlani is about. 1 second applause. 28, How It's Done, Huntrix, EJ, Audrey Nuna, and Ray Ami. Last week, 17, peak position 8, 15 weeks on the chart. Also from K-pop Demon Hunters. Number 29, Sabrina Carpenter, Manchild. 30, Back to Friends, Somber. 31, I'm the Problem, Yes You Are. Ooh Yuck Gross. 32, Tears, Sabrina Carpenter. 33, Just In Case, Ooh Yuck Gross. 34, Good News, Shabuzi. Last week, 23, peak position 12, 46 weeks on the chart. 1 second applause to my man Shabuzi. Probably the song most capturing the zeitgeist, the spirit of the age of what people are going through out of the top 40. And it's been consistently in the top 40 easily for the past 20 weeks or so. And just another great example of how you can capture what people are feeling without getting political. Love this song again. 1 second applause to Shabuzi. 35, Mystical Magical, Benson Boone. 36, What It Sounds Like, Huntrix, EJ, Audrey Nuna, and Ray Ami. 37, Undress, Somber. 38, Luther, Kendrick Lamar, and SZA. Last week, 28, peak position number 1, 46 weeks on the chart. 1 second applause to Luther. We are now getting to the part of the year where Grammy nominations will be announced in the coming weeks. And I think there's a lot of people who are anxious to see who will be nominated for the best rap album, who will be nominated for Album of the Year. Those tend to be the categories that we care about most on this channel. And it's I think it's going to be a very, very close competition on the Rap Album of the Year charts when it comes to clips and when it comes to Kendrick Lamar. And so let me know what you guys think in the comment section if you think GNX is going to end up being Album of the Year, or you think it's going to be clips, or you think it's going to be something else. You know, I did a video yesterday on Chance the Rapper's Starline, and I think from a number of different things, conversation standpoint, a range conversation standpoint, I don't see anything that has the range that's really capturing so many different ideas and topics the way that Chance the Rapper's project has done this year. I'm a big fan of that one as well. Obviously, you still got Tyler, the Creator, Chromacopia hanging out there. Let me know what you guys think about these in the comment section. 1 second applause again to Luther, Kendrick Lamar, and SZA. 39, It Depends. Chris Brown featuring Bryson Tiller. Last week, 29, peak position 29, 11 weeks on the chart. This is actually number 1 right now at rhythmic airplay. And I don't know if that's a surprise. Chris Brown is a chart monster. And Bryson Tiller also has 2 projects that dropped this year as well. So both these guys are in their stride, and we're seeing the success of this at rhythmic. Perhaps that's what's driving a lot of the success that this is having on the charts. I also see a lot of TikToks. I see a lot of virality around this as well. Let me know if you're a fan of It Depends by Chris Brown featuring Bryson Tiller in the comment section. 1 second applause. 40, Takedown, Huntrix, EJ, Audrey Nuna, and Ray Ami. 41, Free, Rumi, Genu, EJ, and Andrew Choi. Both of these are from K-pop Demon Hunters soundtrack. 42, Yukon, Justin Bieber. 43, Bar None, Jordan Davis. 44, Burn and Bloom, Mariah the Scientist. Last week, number 34, peak position 25, 23 weeks on the charts. That Glorilla diss track is still sticking with me. I can't see Mariah the Scientist without it. And I think that's really the nature, the power of a great diss track. You want to color your opponent in a light that's unfavorable, and you want to make it sticky to the audience that's receiving it. I just keep hearing "Burning Blue" every time I see this Mariah the Scientist on the charts. Still a great song. One second applause for Mariah the Scientist. 45, Back in the Saddle, Luke Combs. 46, Sorry I'm Here for Someone Else, Benson Boone. 47, All the Way, Big X A Plug featuring Bailey Zimmerman. Last week, 37, peak position 4, 27 weeks on the chart. Big shout out to Big X A Plug and Bailey Zimmerman. This is one of the strongest songs of the year. Also from a project, again, that merges rap and country music. Two genres that I think are a lot closer than people may reflexively feel. Both of them are storytelling genres in a lot of ways. Both of them really love cars, for example, or maybe trucks. But this song has been a mainstay, and I think it's also a sign of just another shift that's happening between music genres. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. 1 second applause to All the Way. 48, Happened to Me, Russell Dickerson. 49, Revolving Door, Tate McRae. 50, No Broke Boys, Disco Lines, and Tinashe. Last week, 44, peak position 39, 13 weeks on the chart. 1 second applause. 51, When Did You Get Hot, Sabrina Carpenter. 52, Sugar on My Tongue, Tyler the Creator. Last week, 46, peak position 41, 12 weeks on the chart. You know, my shoulder feels a lot better this week. Now, I went extremely light. I'm still going extremely light, but I don't have any negative tinges that I felt in the gym. Actually, this morning, well, it was today. Actually, today was leg day. Okay, so that is an update. So one of the things I stopped doing, so people want to know how I hurt my shoulder on leg day when it comes to this song, right? And so I was doing lunges, and some, you know how you hold dumbbells when you're doing lunges to add extra resistance when you're working out. And maybe I just held them too long or didn't have enough tension in my shoulder, and it pulled my rotator cuff. Right. And so since then, when I've been doing lunges, I just stopped holding dumbbells. So that's part of the process. It's a slow walk back, but I'm committed. And big shout out to Sugar on My Tongue, Tyler the Creator, because this is the song I was listening to when I hurt my shoulder on leg day. 1 second applause. 53, Safe, Cardi B featuring Kehlani. Last week, 42, peak position 26, 3 weeks on the chart. 1 second applause to Cardi B and Kehlani. This is the strongest song so far off of, or at least the stickiest song is probably a better way to say it, off of Cardi B's Am I the Drama? Now, I've done multiple videos on this project, on this channel. Also did a breakdown about Cardi B and Bone Thugs and Harmony and parallels that I see between the two projects. Now, the thing about this is, obviously this, in my opinion, I think this took a big bump because Taylor Swift is dominating the charts right now. This is also the song that they're pushing the most. And I just really love it. I really think it's a great song. I think it's an honest song. I think it taps into what a lot of people feel, and when it comes to relationships, particularly women, but also a lot of men too, when it comes to just feeling safe. And so I think this is a big win for her. 1 second applause. 54, Gabriella Katsai. 55, Bottle Rocket, Scott McCreery, and Hootie and the Blowfish. Last week, 32, peak position 32, 16 weeks on the chart. We got nothing but love for Hootie and the Blowfish over here. South Carolina represent. 1 second applause. 56, Jealous Type, Doja Cat. Last week, 36, peak position 28, 7 weeks on the chart. I'm now listening to this project multiple times, and it's just not as sticky to me. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. I don't necessarily find myself wanting to reach and go back to it. And we'll see on the Billboard 200 charts where this project actually lives. Let me know what you think about Jealous Type, Doja Cat, and also what do you think about the Project V that is out now. 1 second applause to Doja Cat. 57, 12 to 12, Somber. 58, Hell at Night, Big X A Plug featuring Ella Langley. Last week, 48, peak position 35, 9 weeks on the chart. 1 second applause. 59, Hudson Westbrook. 60, ErrTime. Love this song. Love this song. Love this song. Last week, 43, peak position 43, 3 weeks on the chart. If Taylor Swift isn't here, I think this is probably around, maybe holds steady to where it was the prior week. We'll never know, I guess, but I think this is the strongest song on the project. I've talked about this song a bunch of times. I think it's incredible. I think it's fun. I like the era that it harkens back to. And as you can see, it's the second most popular song right now from her album that's still on the charts. Last week, she had 10 songs on the chart. I think we're going to see 6. I think there's 6 this week. But ErrTime, I think, deserves a video, and I hope they really decide to push this because I think this has a lot of potential. 1 second applause to ErrTime and Cardi B. 61, 6 months later, Megan Maroney. 62, Somewhere Over Laredo, Lainey Wilson. 63, Wildflower, Billie Eilish. 64, Heart of Stone, Jelly Roll. 65, Shot Calling, YoungBoy never broke again last week, 64, peak position 64, 4 weeks on the chart. I mean, this one barely moved. Taylor Swift came in and dropped the top 12 songs on the chart, and YoungBoy is still right where YoungBoy is. And I think this is a testament to how YoungBoy really's got a hold on a generation right now. 1 second applause to YoungBoy. 66, Is It a Crime? Mariah the Scientist and Kali Uchis. Last week, 72, peak position 59, 9 weeks on the chart. 1 second applause. 67, Last One to Know, Gavin Addick. 68, The Dead Dance, Lady Gaga. 69, Don't Mind If I Do, Riley Green featuring Ella Langley. 70, Dracula, Tame Impala, Cold White Boy right there. Last week, 55, peak position 55, 2 weeks on the chart. 1 second applause. 71, Takedown, Zhang Yang, Ziyu, and Che Young of Twice. 72, Strategy, Twice. 73, Better Me For You, Brown Eyes, Max McNown. 74, Marlboro Rojo, Fuerza Rajida. Fuerza Rajida. Fuerza Rajida. I think I got it. I think I'm right there. Fuerza Rajida. I think I got it. Every Spanish speaker in this audience, let me know if I got this correct. If I got it correct, give me an applause. And if I didn't get it correct, give me a tomato. Last week, number 70, peak position 64, 21 weeks on the chart. 1 second applause. 75, Outside, Cardi B. Last week, 57, 10, peak position 10, 16 weeks on the chart. Third song that we've seen from Am I the Drama here. We've got Safe, we've got ErrTime, we've got Outside. We'll see which ones pop up next. 1 second applause to Cardi B. 76, Nice to Meet You, Miles Smith. I wonder if this week could have been a big growth week for Miles Smith. Check this out. Last week, 73, peak position 73, 18 weeks on the chart, but we've got 13 brand new additions to the chart this week. I wonder if this could have been a new peak for Miles Smith had Taylor Swift not came and wrecked shop all over the top 12. Love this song so much. Miles Smith is immensely talented. 1 second applause to him. 77, WGFT Gunna featuring Burna Boy. Last week, 75, peak position 66, 9 weeks on the chart. 1 second applause. 78, Darlin', Chase Matthews. 79, Where Is My Husband? Ray. 80, Pretty and Petty, Cardi B. Last week, 59, peak position 43, 3 weeks on the chart. 1 second applause. Okay, this is the fourth one from Cardi B's album, and 81 is the fifth one, Magnet. Last week, 60, peak position 37, 3 weeks on the chart. 1 second applause there, too. Now, people got very upset at me when I described this project as being diss tracks and relationship raps, where it's like a really aggressive, I'm better than everybody, I'm better than these specific people energy. And then there's stuff that's softer that falls more into the relationship zone. And Outside is kind of both, right? But regardless of how I think about this or what I think about this, I do find it very interesting that the songs that are charting still are Pretty and Petty, which is a diss track at Bia, Magnet, which is a diss track at Ice Spice and JT, Outside, which is basically a diss track at Offset, ErrTime, which I think has a lot of subs, a lot of very clear subs that I talk about in this video. Tell Her Make It Hit, She and the Stooges Wasted Time, right? And then Safe, right? So we've got 5 songs here, and only one of the relationship ones have remained sticky on this particular chart. I don't know what that means. Perhaps it just means that people like conflict and people like drama, and whenever there's conflict and drama, people gravitate towards it. And I think that makes a lot of sense, right? I mean, the song or the album is called Am I the Drama? You know, it's great to lean into that energy. And also at the same time, you know, when you've been away for a long time, a lot of times you got a lot to get off your chest. You got a lot of things to get off your chest. What matters is the effectiveness of it, and what matters is how well you're able to express your point. And I think Cardi B does a fantastic job on this album, all things considered. 1 second applause. 82, Nobody's Son, Sabrina Carpenter. 83, Went Legit, G Herbo. Last week, 85, peak position 81, 12 weeks on the chart. Love this song too. 1 second applause. 84, Sparks, Coldplay. 85, Just Keep Watching, Tate McRae. 86, Sienna, The Marias. 87, So Easy to Fall in Love, Olivia Dean. Last week, 98, peak position 87, 2 weeks on the chart. 1 second applause to Olivia Dean. 88, Wish, Diplo featuring Trippie Redd. Diplo featuring Trippie Redd, peak position. This is a song that came out 7 years ago. It's a great joint. Great joint. Goes up at festivals, I'll tell you that. Pre-COVID, when people went outside, this went up. But this came out 7 years ago. I think that this is because there is an orchestra version floating around on TikTok. So big shout out to Diplo and Trippie Redd. New entrant. 1 second applause. 89, Take Me Through There, Metro Boomin, Quavo, Brisky, and YK Nice. Last week, 99, peak position 89, 2 weeks on the chart. This joint goes tough. 1 second applause. 90, The Subway, Chapel Roan. Last week, 77, peak position 3, 10 weeks on the chart. This is actually pretty funny, right? Because I think, yeah, this is the song where Chapel Roan is laying in a bed of hair and there's rats crawling all over it. Wasn't really necessarily feeling this one, particularly after the year she had last year. Let me know if this song has grown on any of you. I haven't heard any of you talk about this, and perhaps none of us are really Chapel Roan fans, even though I support a lot of things that she says. She's a big advocate for artists and artists' rights, big advocate for artists receiving health care and finding ways to help support artists so that we can continue to do the work to color our lives a little bit brighter. 1 second applause to Chapel Roan. 91, The Fall, Cody Johnson. 92, What You Is, YoungBoy Never Broke Again, and Mellow Racks, peak position 92. 1 week on the chart, new entrant. I feel like I hear this song a lot more than I generally hear YoungBoy songs. Like I'll hear people bumping this out the car. You know what I mean? And the video is pretty simple. They're a bunch of girls twerking in front of a house, and then there's him and his homies dancing in front of a car. And then Mellow Racks gets up and starts rapping on the island in the kitchen. But this is another one that speaks to just the hold that YoungBoy has in a generation right now. I don't remember a time where he had 2 songs on the Billboard Hot 100 over the past 2 years since we've been doing this. Let me know what you guys think about YoungBoy Never Broke Again and Mellow Racks, What You Is. 1 second applause. 93, Eternity, Alex Warren. 94, 20 Cigarettes, Il Yuck Gross. 95, Camera, Ed Sheeran. Last week, 80, peak position 58, 4 weeks on the chart. Ed Sheeran is really flying below the radar right now. He just dropped an album. He's one of the biggest artists of the past 10 years, and I'm not used to not seeing him dominate when he does drop. Let me know if you guys are feeling this project. 1 second applause to Ed Sheeran. 96, Voya Lieverte Pop PR, Bad Bunny. Last week, 96, peak position 17, 13 weeks on the chart. This got a bump after the Super Bowl announcement. I can't wait to see it. I'm really enjoying all the people who are very upset about Bad Bunny being chosen to perform on America's biggest stage, America. Particularly the people who didn't realize Puerto Rico is part of America. 1 second applause to Bad Bunny. 97, What Kind of Man, Parker McCollum. 98, Let Down, Radiohead. 99, Breaking Dishes, Rihanna. Last week, 82, peak position 82, 4 weeks on the chart. 1 second applause. And number 100, Which One? Il Yuck, Drake, and Central C. Last week, 87, peak position 23, 11 weeks on the chart. Barely holding on. And it's interesting, too, because last week, this was number 1 at Rhythmic and Rap Radio, right? This was number 1 then. And so there's a push behind it. They're putting money behind it. And if you notice, this is the only Il Yuck Drake song that's on the chart right now, period. He's got 1 song left, and he's released a lot of stuff. Now, there's news that's been happening around this. Academics posted a video saying that it's the funniest video because he says he got confirmation that Drake's next album, Iceman, is a classic. He said he got confirmation. It's just a funny way to phrase it. I got confirmation, y'all. Iceman's a classic. Hold on, you got to hear how he says it. Let's see if we can find this. Yeah, here it is. This is Academics. This is what he says.
Oh, by the way, I just got word. Just got official word, man. Yo, Iceman shaping up to be a classic, man. Shaping up, bro. It's all good. It's all good, man. Iceman shaping up to be a goddamn classic, man. It's all good. Don't count my boy out. You know what I mean? Every time, you know what I mean, he hits y'all with a counter punch. He have a good round. Give y'all a couple good songs. Jab, jab, cross hook. Y'all try to, you know what I mean? Y'all try to come back with some, oh, he lost a lawsuit. It's over.
He did lose a lawsuit. He did. That judge threw that out. Judge Vargas was like, no, I think I see what's going on here.
Tomato.
Get your ass out of court. Let's take an applause to Judge Vargas.
Get out of here, nigga. The hell? How the hell nigga's career gonna be over a lawsuit? Stop it, nigga. Iceman finna be a classic. I'm telling you, it's shaping up. The boy off tour, locked in. Holy. What a time. What a time. What a time, people.
I don't know. Towards the end there, I can't tell if he was convincing himself that it's what a time. But I agree with the sentiment. What a time. I never thought I'd see a lot of this stuff. What a time. Now, this video right here, if you can see, it says Drake co-signs academics calling Iceman a classic. What do we think Ak heard? That was crazy. The power went out for a second. And we're back. But again, like I was saying, I didn't get that from this. The way academics said this didn't sound like academics was saying he heard it. He said he just got word. He said it's shaping up to be a classic. Maybe I'm hearing that wrong, right? Even this post says, Ak says he got word that Iceman's shaping up to be a classic. All right. But now maybe, academics has a relationship there. Maybe he has heard something other than what we've heard so far off these Iceman rollouts. And one of the things that came up after the Iceman 3 live stream was there was a few people saying that none of these songs are actually on the project. So Friday Ricky Dredd came out and confirmed that. I believe academics did the same thing, if I'm not mistaken. Perhaps we're going to get all new music. So that is the news in here, right? The news is Drake is off tour and he is in the studio putting together this next project. So we'll have to wait and see what it is and what it ain't. But it's going to be a classic if we listen. If we listen to them, they're telling us it's going to be a classic. But for example, at least this is better than, the Owl fans who are still crashing out over this lawsuit. I saw a video yesterday of in Club Paradise where they were yelling at each other for people who aren't going to war for Drake enough. It's all happening.
Tomato.
And because it's funny. All right, so that's the Billboard Hot 100. Over on the Billboard 200, which we always cover as well, the top 20 on the Billboard 200. We have number 1, of course, Life of a Showgirl, Taylor Swift. 1 second applause. Number 2, K-pop Demon Hunters. Last week, number 1, peak position number 1, 16 weeks on the chart. 1 second applause. Number 3, I'm the Problem, Ill Yuck Gross. Number 4, Am I the Drama, Cardi B. Last week, number 3, peak position number 1, 3 weeks on the chart, still in the top 10. I think this is a really great sign. Really great sign here. Shout out to Cardi B. 1 second applause. Number 5, Man's Best Friend, Sabrina Carpenter. Number 6, Debbie T.R. Mas Photos, Bad Bunny. Last week, number 10, peak position number 1, 40 weeks on the chart. 1 second applause. Number 7, The Art of Loving, Olivia Dean. Last week, number 8, peak position number 7, 2 weeks on the chart. 1 second applause to Olivia Dean. Number 8, You'll Be Alright Kid, Alex Warren. Number 9, SOS SZA. Last week, number 12, peak position number 1, 148 weeks on the chart. Still record breaking. 1 second applause. Number 10, One Thing at a Time, Ill Yuck Gross. Number 11, Short and Sweet, Sabrina Carpenter. Number 12, Un Verano Sin Ti, Bad Bunny. Last week, 23, peak position number 1, 179 weeks on the chart. This is also a big bump from the Super Bowl. Also, if I'm not mistaken, this is the most listened to album in Spotify history. Did I hear that correctly last week? Maybe I got that a little bit off. But I know he's been running up crazy numbers. So big shout out to Bad Bunny again. 1 second applause. 13, Tortured Poets Department, Taylor Swift. 14, Stick Season, Noah Kahans. 15, So Close to What, Tate McRae. 16, I Barely Know Her, Somber. 17, Dangerous, the double album, Ill Yuck Gross. 18, Swag, Justin Bieber. 19, Hit Me Hard and Soft, Billie Eilish. And 20, Rumors, Fleetwood Mac. At number 21, moving up again, Massa, YoungBoy Never Broke Again. Last week was 26, peak position number 6, 11 weeks on the chart. 1 second applause there. Number 22, Doja Cat. It plummeted. Doja Cat dropped. She went from number 4 last week to number 22 this week. And perhaps, there are other people who feel similarly to how I feel about this project. It's just not very sticky to me. That's just my listening experience to it. Let me know what you guys think about this. And if you're interested in me going deeper into this project. But that's a pretty big tumble for a pretty big artist. I've been thinking about this for a while, how there's only 7 or 8 artists who can do 200,000 plus first week in the rap genre. And I wasn't sure where Doja Cat might be. I thought maybe she might be one of those artists. And it doesn't appear to be the case, at least with this project. Big shout out to Doja Cat though, 1 second applause. And then number 27, we have UI Scuddy, Young Thug. Last week, number 6, peak position number 6, 2 weeks in the chart. Now it's number 27. I mean, he went as far as to change the cover art. There's a UI Scuddy on my Apple Music. Totally different cover art. That Michael Jackson, Gotta Go White if you want to be the biggest in the world is one of the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. I get what he's saying, but I do not get that reference. I don't get the reference at all. I think Michael Jackson is probably the exception to that reference in a lot of ways. Okay, but the story here is it went from number 6 to number 27, so it's plummeting. And then right behind it, you have Gunna at number 28, last one. Obviously, these guys have been having their friction since both of them had to go sit down as they fought RICO charges. And I think there's something poetic about this. You know, Young Thug basically made his rollout, a key part of his rollout being about how Gunna was a snitch. And popular wisdom prior to them having to sit down is that Young Thug is the bigger artist, that Young Thug was the one that was carrying the ship. Well, Gunna's been nothing but successful since he got out of prison. He continues to drop hits, #1 projects. He's working on his health. He's out here doing fitness things, partnering with all these cool companies. And he released what I feel like was a bunch of throwaways so that he could get out of his deal with Young Thug this year. That's what this project, the last one, felt like to me. And we still have WGFT. WGFT on the charts, as we just saw. And Gunna peaked at number 3. Young Thug peaked at number 6. And after week 2, Gunna is still right there. Gunna's project is still right there with Young Thug, which is one of the most highly anticipated projects, definitely this year, but probably the past couple of years. And so I look at this as a major, major L for Young Thug. And I think it's something poetic and ironic that on week 2, he's already dropped so far that he's down there with a project from his artist who he has been out here slandering, basically. I don't even call it slander, but definitely talking junk about all year since he's been out of prison or jail. And got to put together a bunch of throwaways and still has a project that's outperforming Young Thug. Maybe there's something to that. That's this week's chart report. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. My name is Justin Hunt. Like and subscribe to the channel. Follow @TheCompanyMan on everything, including the Company Man podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts. It's all happening.
Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. The mathematical breakdown of this mighty game of rap we in. It's boom bapping. Systematical culture views, it's radical, it's all happening. Shaking hands and dabbing them. Life through the lens of hip hop, from trip hop to yes, y'all, you don't stop, you don't stop. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. It's all happening, yes, it's all happening. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. It's all happening, yes, it's all happening.